San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN, AM 1250 and 1033 FM. Brandon Medina, Tanner Carlson, and Quinn Hudson. The Sunday Sports Grill.
What is going on, San Antonio? You are in the mix. We are coming to you live from the San Antonio Sports Star station over here in beautiful, sunny, kind of cool, kind of chilly San Antonio, Texas. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Sports Grill. It has been a minute, but we are back, and we are back on the tech. I'm your man with the plan, Brandon Big Poppy Medina. We got Quinn Hudson in the building, eating now or laters like there's no tomorrow. And then we got our boy Tanner Carlson also hooking up with us. We're having a fun time. Edwin producing right there, having a blast. This is his favorite show on the station, right? Edwin, you said that, I believe? Okay, yeah, correct. So with that, let's talk some sports. Let's talk some.
Don't tell the Blitz that.
We'll keep Jason.
Keep it hush-hush.
Yeah. I'm sure they don't listen to their own
They're
station.
definitely not listening right now. They don't listen to the Sunday show.
Of course.
Yeah.
So with that, we have a lot to get into. We have March Madness. We have a lot of madness going on in March, as a matter of fact. And then we also have some fun stuff to talk about. We have the Oscars going on today, with the movie discussion, all that good stuff. And then, realistically, I think when people hear sports radio and they hear the terms of, ESPN and San Antonio Sports Star, they're thinking, man, these guys have everything planned to a T. I'm letting you know right now, people, we don't know where the show's going to go, but we're going somewhere.
I asked you about Fiesta. We have a Waker Fiesta about to kick off too, man.
And that's where we're going to start, Quinn Hudson. Here we go. Fiesta. So I know, Tanner, you just started living in the San Antonio area in 2020. Obviously, go Fiesta then. You haven't gone since. Do you have any plans now to be going to the Market Square, Fiesta event, stuff like that?
So we've actually run into some speed bumps in terms of attending our first Fiesta and being involved in all the Fiesta activities that we go to because so first, like you mentioned, 2020 is whenever we moved here. That was obviously canceled, and we had to move into 2021.
Right.
Well, 2021 didn't happen until June.
Right.
Is that correct?
It's abbreviated,
It's like
staggered.
It's like a heated summer. Well, my wife was about 8 months pregnant at that time, and so she's like, the last thing I'm going to do is walk around with a bunch of people when it's like 120 degrees outside, and my feet are already sore. I'm already uncomfortable. And I was like, well, also, if you're walking around, maybe that will induce labor a little bit quickly, so you just get over it.
Not chicken on the stick.
Right. But I think also all the different smells and all that stuff, she was like, maybe that's not.
Yeah, I'm not looking for that kind of induced.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So we actually have not any kind of Fiesta. I am working one event this year, so I will be at a Fiesta event.
Working events are very nice. I would say that I'm a Fiesta loyalist. Yeah. Even when I lived in Los Angeles, I used to plan a return trip absolutely to my brethren that we came out together. Now we're no longer in the stacked up club where we're grown, we're older.
I'm still stacked.
So we
I got baby one in stacked up.
Hey, I know judgment.
Okay, so what are these traditions? I don't know about these.
Okay, so
I know chicken on a stick.
Chicken on a stick is the most popular for whatever reason. Because it's just a chicken.
it's time. But I think it's just when you get that chicken on the stick, you're gonna have a great appreciation for it.
Yeah, it's one of those. This is the only time you're gonna do this. So it's one of those nostalgic.
kind of like a Thanksgiving dinner. No way.
Yeah. So
It's
that's
just whenever it hits, once you're eating Thanksgiving dinner, you're like, this is what I've been doing.
yeah. And for most people, right, they're not every day grabbing fresh, beef off the street. You're not grabbing street tacos. You're not grabbing elotes and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a celebration of Hispanic cuisine, a celebration of specifically Tejano music as well.
True.
Which is what's something new to say, new to San Antonio. So it's basically Spanish country music, if you will.
Yeah.
So my dad was a singer in the Tejano band.
Yes.
His friends were in the Tejano band, so I've grown up very much in the Tejano culture. It's an incredible time. I always come back from the I was in Lubbock. I mean, that 6 hour drive part of the PPS and dad. Michelle was pregnant. I think she was probably 7 months. We went to the Market Square like Sunday morning, not even super bad. It's something chill. We have a lot of great restaurants over there. It is just a very fun time, and I think it's only a few times that San Antonio as a whole still come together and celebrate.
Yeah, I agree. And I think this gets lost in San Antonio. The uniqueness about San Antonio, like having multiple military bases, multiple city, more people go through fields than go through water.
Wow,
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
legit?
It's
That's a real
legit.
stat.
That's a real stat. You
Wow.
can look that up. It just like
You heard it here, folks.
just like San Antonio also has the largest MLK Day march.
Yes, that is true.
And when you think about the cities like Atlanta or Chicago or Baltimore, where they or Detroit, where there's a large black population, or civil rights movement, Birmingham, where they're really cementing in the growth of it, San Antonio's picture shows the value. I mean, it's in the black population genocide. So there's also, as we probably were talking about yesterday, there's an event on the Creek in the Water. It's at something right. We've got NIOSA, we've got community. So they do it. They bring these festivals out
Throughout the entire city. Yeah,
getting
right.
the different parts.
So a lot of festivals I think that people know about is that it's typically at one location. Right? You just go to the Texas State Fair. It's
Oh, I can say,
you know what I'm saying? Well, you go to Texas State Fair, you know where you're going.
Fiesta is very much.
Fiesta is throughout the entire
Yes,
city.
the
You
city
guys
is coming
come
to
life. Yeah.
Fiesta is very. I don't know what came first. I'm not saying that we started this tradition.
Asamana.
Well, no, because they do it a lot bigger, a lot better as far as not completely schedules. But I mean, it's very South by Southwest-ish in Austin, where it's like different bars, because even bars and restaurants are doing stuff at Fiesta, like as simple as selling pins. That's another thing in case of racial problems or something.
The metal.
Yeah.
That is one thing where I think JC and I were a little bit culture shocked with the metal.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew they existed. I knew they were a thing.
Yeah, people just
I didn't realize that there were pictures. Like she works with a couple people that have pictures of like their collection on a sack.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking like they don't even have a spot to put anymore. Like they're like overlapping them. It's just like
people wear hats
ridiculous.
with all the metal.
Yeah.
One of my buddies has a punch of it, and it's complete. The whole punch of it's
Yeah, I was at Fiesta Media Day. We get the guys who dressed like colonels, and they got the metal all over their uniform and stuff.
The real street.
Yeah.
The real street credit when they put you up. This was
San Antonio. Wow. Yeah, this is Greg Popovich's first year. It's legit.
Yeah, Johnny Moore. This is Johnny Moore.
Yeah. Yeah, George Grill got spilled a beer on me. Just put him out, yeah. So,
I've
yes,
got to
this
tell
is
you
a
about
stand
a
right here.
conference
So the big massive
Email
events,
and
of
I'll
course,
give
to
you
release
details.
Yes, Bobby Joe. The big events are the Bahama Explosion downtown. That's all usually, so you get to go underneath the Market Square downtown and to the bridge. It's in the Market Square, just full of music and street food. And the big event for even like if you can get a babysitter, the big event for probably like our age group, right? So anybody 20 to 40-ish, right?
Yeah.
There's not enough San Antonio's big college kids and stuff. Nios, sure, not enough San Antonio. Nios is huge. And that's where the cup stack is.
Yeah.
That's where you're buying beers and you stack the
Gotcha.
cup.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
usually it's like a typical pyramid, like who's stacking the most
Oh,
cups?
right. Who's good now?
Yeah, who's
Weird.
good?
Gotcha.
Now, I will tell you, post-COVID, when they did the abbreviated summer edition, the changes were actually, I like them. So they did away with the whole cash, exchange kind of thing. Yeah, you used to have to get cash, you get tickets, you go tickets to booth,
I
you
hate
get stuff.
that. Yeah.
All that's gone. You get a wristband now. And the
It's
wristband is
okay,
loaded,
so
it's loaded a dollar amount.
that's a lot. Like that's so the first time I ever saw that was at ACL. We went
Yes,
to
ACL.
ACL. They had the wristbands or whatever, and you just kind of
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it is
yeah,
now at Fiesta, which is such a
it's
smooth
so
process.
much more convenient.
Well, what I like about
So you hit insufficient funds. Then you gotta go to
so
I wanted a ticket on the stick. I only had 6.4 or something left, and I
Yeah.
couldn't know.
So yeah, exactly. You're confident that your wristband need to fly around. You're like, try the other wrist.
As long as,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
long
right.
as I got overdraft protection, and you know, like my wife's wrist. Let's try my wife's
It's all right.
wrist.
Yeah. You just dragging drunk bread in the Vita rim. Just
Yeah, can I borrow your wrist, brother?
It's like saw you saw it off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like you got a limp hand.
What I like about Nelson is it's not just Mexican cuisine. There's a lot of
Like you were saying, like you got New Orleans.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
taste New
You get
Orleans.
Jamaican
yeah, there's
food.
Jamaican food there. There's some New Orleans food. There's
Absolutely.
some Italian
And I
cuisine,
also think
Creole
there's
cuisine.
a reason why it's crawfish season too.
It's,
I mean, it's
right on time.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I'm not a crawfish person.
Really?
Are you guys?
No, I
I've
love.
never had.
I love crawfish.
I'm
oil.
okay. I'm okay with you not.
I want to try it.
One of my favorite things is this was like pre-COVID. Obviously, I don't know if people even still do this. I'm all for it. If someone's having a big crawfish feast where you just throw it all on the table,
Oh
and
yeah.
everyone's just grabbing
A
it.
lot of restaurants do this.
It's
I
like,
guess this
yeah,
season
I
right
mean,
now.
you just grab it,
It's
grab the
potato
one on the
with pork.
top,
Yeah.
Of course. That's what we're talking about. Well, if you celebrate Fiesta and you are a true San Antonio, whether new or old, let us know your favorite bits of tradition. You can hit us up on Twitter. I am at Big Poppy Brennan, and Tanner Carlson is at Tanner Carlson 20. Quinn Hudson is at Quinn Hudson, or you can give us a call because the Kia Boston Bacon phone lines are always open. It's 210-656-3776, 210-656-ESPN. When we come back, let's break down the Fiesta of Madness over here in March and what's going on in March Madness. We're going on to the Elite Eight. We've got a couple games left today, but it's going to be a crazy one. Let us know your thoughts, who you're picking to win the whole thing. We'll break down the wins, the losses, and who we think now that the board is clear and all of our brackets are set on fire and busted. Where do we stand? What money everyone and who we think's coming out of it? This is the Sunday Sports Grill for Tanner, Quinn, and myself. We'll be back.
Honda is calling all its stores to check out Pioneer 1000 side-by-side lineup. All sports are less than class 999cc engine, Honda's series alongside dual clutch transmission, plus massive towing capacity, stellar handling, and legendary build. Start your adventure at Pioneer.Honda.com and discover which model is right for you. Side-by-side 16 years old.
At Canada, you can say yes to both of your plans. We call it You Pick Two. And with over 465 companies, we'll find a new sure to satisfy you. Are you feeling the fresh and fun? Pick up Fuji Apple Salad with a new Thai chicken soup. And you do it for you, basic and good. Here's some creamy mac and cheese with our new citrus Asian French salad. Pick your perfect pair and order when You Pick Two today. Canada, the familiar, new fantastic.
Carl Lewis with a Bill Rogers Institute. He already wants to get lose weight. At some point, everybody wants to lose a few pounds. Claims like these are just too good to be true. So be careful when choosing a diet. Before you start a weight loss plan, please talk to your doctor and do your homework.
For your free booklet, visit the Will Rogers Institute at wrinstitute.org or call toll-free 877-957-7575 and find us on Facebook and Twitter. The Will Rogers Institute since 1936. Kathy Ireland from the Will Rogers Institute.
30 seconds.
Enough time being physically active. The best fitness is family activity. Ride bikes, play soccer, or just take a walk through the neighborhood. The important thing is to get your children moving with you. For more information on family activities and fitness, call the Will Rogers Institute.
Call toll-free 877-957-7575 or visit wrinstitute.org and find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Let it build, Edwin. Let it build. What's going on, San Antonio? Your boys are back in town. This is the Sunday Sports Grill. We're having a blast. A little bit of Lenny Kravitz to wake you up here on a Sunday morning.
Springtime.
Springtime it is. Are you gonna go my way? We're having a blast over here. This is your boy Brandon Big Poppy Medina. We got Quinn Hudson, Tanner Carlson in the building. We are talking March Madness and what madness it has been. It's been a crazy, crazy time over here for not only the station of San Antonio Sports Star, but for March Madness viewers, bettors, bracket busters. It is just crazy. For the first time ever in history, we've seen a team ranked 15 make a run that we might never see for a long time again.
I got 3 brackets, and I'm not even looking at them anymore.
Oh,
I have
no.
no chance to win
Yeah.
any contest of any sort. So I'm rooting for storylines,
Yep.
point spreads,
Yep.
and theatrics and game drama. So that's how I'm watching the tournament, and I'm enjoying it.
Oh,
I have no.
100%. Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'm invested in it. I love the storylines that are in place. I don't like chalk 'em tournaments anyway. So you can't bank on anybody being just the top dog. So I like it. And this what teams are remaining now, right now, are filled with storylines. I love it.
You know, before this tournament happened, about middle of the college basketball season, I said this year more than any, expect there to be some kind of crazy something going on with brackets. Like there wasn't one team this year that wanted to be that number 1 ranked team in the country. There was not just that. There are years where you're like, all right, this Kentucky team's the best team in the country. Like they're going to be the favorites to win it all. Last year, I really had it down between Gonzaga and Baylor. That's who I had in my championship game in my brackets, and that's exactly what happened. Like it played out according to plan. There's always going to be upsets. There's always going to be some Cinderella runs. There's always going to be some teams that you didn't expect to make a decent run at it.
Right.
But like you said, this year I don't have a single Final Four team left. I don't have. I think I've got 3 of my Elite 8 still in it, and I think they lost. So it's like I don't have anything to even look at in my bracket just to watch. But I will always, 100% of the time, even if there is money on the line, I will always root for chaos over my bracket every year because it's just more entertaining that way.
Yeah, no, I mean, you look at this Elite 8 run right now that we're in. I mean, you have St. Peter's number 15 going up against North Carolina number 8. That by itself is ridiculous to have 2 teams like that outside the top 5, much less an 8 and 15. The University of Miami is just making a run we haven't seen too. I mean, you had Iowa State number 11 versus 10 Miami in the Sweet 16. Nobody's planning on that. North Carolina looks incredible. Kansas is the only number 1 in the tournament, and before the tournament, I was on record saying Kansas is the weakest number 1 in the tournament. You just don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, right now, we have 2 spots already filled in the Final Four. You have Duke, you have Villanova. This is not only for Coach K another huge accolade for himself on his last go-around, but also, dude, 5 decades he's been in the Final Four. 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and now 2020s. That is ridiculous.
Another fun little stat for you guys. Never have we ever seen Duke, North Carolina play in the March Madness tournament.
Wow.
At any first round, second round, third round, Elite 8, Final Four, championship, never. And we could get, in Coach K's final season, a Duke, North Carolina Final Four.
And you're getting a payback match when North Carolina on Duke's floor dog walked them on Coach K's last game.
That is
in front of all of the greatness Duke.
What a beautiful way to come back from
full circle. So, like, even if St. Peter's doesn't win, which I think we're all rooting for, right? We're all Peacock Nation at this point in time. 100%. So,
Wait, is that what's up?
Yes.
sure.
Whatever you did. Whatever you did.
Sure.
I don't think I've heard Peacock.
I don't
What
know
did you
what
say?
a peacock sounds like. Yeah, I don't know what a peacock sounds like.
Plural for Peacock.
Peacocks? I think it's just,
Listen, pause before we get too crazy.
That's the
Pause.
thing about
Edwin, stay on that mute button.
Yeah, I
Stay on
gotta
the
think
talk
about
button.
yeah.
Slow down.
Uh,
Goodness gracious.
But either way,
Yeah.
in the Final Four against Duke, we're gonna have a great matchup because it's either gonna be a 15 seed or it's gonna be North Carolina Duke. Like that,
Oh, but
that's
the
a
Blue
win-win.
Devils and the Cox just going at it.
Yeah,
I'm ready for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm ready for it.
So have we overused the term Cinderella? Given that
No, this
what
is
St.
it.
Peters is doing, no
There
one's done
is there's Loyola of
True.
what 2018, 20 or
before.
was.
Yes,
That team was no joke.
it was legit.
Yeah, they went to was it Elite 8 or Final Four?
That's a Final
Final
Four.
Four. Okay, so that's like the top of Cinderella so far.
Because they were, what were they?
I think they were 12, 11,
12.
12.
This is 15.
This is 50. If they go, I promise. Listen, if St. Peter's beats North Carolina, which I don't think they will, just to be transparent, but if they do, and they've been hooping, if they beat North Carolina, we will never, ever in our lifetimes see this again. I'm telling you now.
They didn't
And
even have
what
a budget
was
to
it,
bring the
George
cheerleaders. They
Mason?
had a mascot.
Of the university,
What was it? James Madison?
for what?
For basketball, it was a Final Four run, like early 2000s.
Ooh, I don't know.
What
Were they 15 though? I don't
No,
think
no. They were probably a 14.
They
They
were
were 13. They were 13.
Yeah, 13.
13
That's what I'm
seed.
saying. As far as 15,
No,
this is the lowest.
No,
seed
this
we'll
is
ever
the
see.
lowest seed. Obviously because the 15 seeds never even made it to the Elite Eight before. So this is the first time we're ever seeing as far as they have
Uncharted
made it.
waters.
And
Absolutely.
so yeah, I mean this even making it to the Elite Eight, I think still trumps Loyola Chicago in the Final
That's
Four.
fair. And given who they beat, yeah, I mean they didn't have it easy to
Kentucky.
You beat Kentucky, who people had winning the thing, going to the Final Four, going to at least the Elite Eight. Then you go right, face a team who just went down to the wire with Texas with Purdue, and absolutely go minute for minute with Purdue and Ivy, who's going to be easily a top 6 pick in the draft. Right now, you're going to face North Carolina, which is, I mean, their guard duo is no joke.
Right,
it's like constant dating.
Yeah, it's just every time. Well, think about the blue blood track that they might have to go down. I mean, they've got Kentucky, and now they've got North Carolina today. If they win, then they play Duke, and then possibly KU. They might play Kansas in the national championship.
Could you imagine St. Peter's? Oh my goodness gracious!
I can't imagine it going down, but it is something that's got everyone watching, enjoying it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching somebody play an old NCAA video game. Just
Right.
take their team.
So, right,
to the
That you
what's
should
going
be
on?
able to do this.
So
with
this is
squad.
this is one of my arguments, and I make this argument all the time. So everyone's like, it's great for the NFL whenever you've got the two top teams, like say Pittsburgh and Dallas at the top, and they're on the mountain or whatever. It's great for the NBA when it's when you've got the Lakers and Celtics. We've seen that finals 30 times, what have you. But what about? Do you think there's not going to be a single college basketball fan that's not watching St. Peter's today?
I think they will.
Like
they don't have to be. They have no relation to that university.
You have no affiliation. You never even heard of them except for maybe like half a month ago, like middle of March. You know them for 2 weeks, and every single basketball fan is going to be watching St. Peter's today.
I have a buddy who literally texted me and goes, I live in New Jersey, and I had no idea that there was a school named St. Peter's. Like, I have no idea about this school.
And that goes back to your point, Tanner. When you look at it, the NFL,
You don't need
the brand.
You don't
it's
need
the
that.
brand.
Right,
Cowboys is the brand. The Steelers are the brand. But March Madness is the brand.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So people are drawn to that before they even know who the players are going to be.
But you don't. What I'm saying, I think my point is you don't need Kentucky and North Carolina playing in a national. You don't need KU playing Duke in a national championship for ratings. I just don't think you don't need it. Does it help? Of course. You're gonna tune in. I tuned in for North Carolina and UCLA simply based on the names.
True.
You know, of course I was gonna watch it regardless, but you see North Carolina, UCLA. Oh, that's a must-watch game. Of course, that is the thing, but I don't think you have to have that to have ratings.
No, you don't. And
you need a good story to have ratings.
And to that point, St. Peter's is going to draw people who probably would not have watched Kentucky.
There you go.
The two powerhouse schools play. Now you're gonna have people who really wouldn't have been watching because they want to see this. They want to see history in the making. They want to see the magical story of what is it?
So yeah, you're right. I mean,
Hoosiers.
Everybody wants to see because if they even go to the Final Four, give it 15 years, we're gonna have a 30 for 30 or a Disney movie about the St. Peter's Peacocks. So,
absolutely.
I mean, it's just an incredible run. But switching gears a little bit when it comes to betting, and obviously our show is heavily invested in the betting world, and we always have been since the start. Talking about betting as bettors, what team have you been riding the most that's either been the best for you or maybe just recently slumped off of you, but what team have you won the most money on just taking bets on here and there?
It was Arkansas, simply because that was the one team that I felt when you watch how they finished the season going through the SEC, they had skins on the wall. They were actually beating. Their body of work was showing that they were battle tested to go into the NCAA tournament. All of the others, I should have took advantage of.
It wasn't going to Yeah. To answer your question, I had a great win with betting Arkansas over Gonzaga. I was like, I'm just going to ride this wave. I put Arkansas over Duke. That didn't pan out.
But the key to answer your question, Dave Coffee, is I've been riding North Carolina. I put money on over Baylor. That was a great win, and then I've ridden them since. I put money on over UCLA, and so I have ridden the Tar Heel train, and that wave has taken me all the way up to this point. And now I'm at a point where it's like, do I bet against them just because it's a win-win? Like if I could bet North Carolina and I either win money that way with them actually winning, and then if I lose that bet, history is made and we get a 15 seed in the Final Four. So it's like, that's a win-win in my
Speaking
Yeah.
of overthinker,
Yes.
this is so how I
Right.
So North Carolina has been one of my favorites for sure, just because the Marquette matchup in the first round it's always with a pick 'em. So there's value there. You go against Baylor, you go plus 285 for me. And the money line is good. You got 20 bucks here. It's triple. And then you have against UCLA, another one with plus money. And then it's just constantly plus money, plus money, plus money.
finally figured.
Yeah, the one that I've been writing, and even in the defeat, they still paid a nice little chunk of cash for me. I've been writing Providence for the past decade.
Nice.
Simply because they were heavily favored against the first state, so I took the line that was -1. It won by, I believe, exactly. So, and then against Richmond, after Richmond beat Iowa, it was a pick-em game. We had Kansas and Providence. I took Providence to cover, I think, +7. We lost by 5. So even in defeat, they were still paying for those pocketbooks. But it's all about the underdogs and that's the other way. What you do with baseball. What you see. So for UNC, I think I'm taking Carolina, right? Because Vegas isn't done. They're catching on for St. Peter's weight, right? And so I took Carolina. You're not going to make a ton of money. I did take them. I'm not going to have it like looking at. I believe they were -360, so I put they're giving like 10. I'm just trying to stack up chips to go really hard for the championship. So like one was really today. I took here's the thing, some people cover, if it's the win, we're talking the straight win cover. So St. Peter plus 300. So $20 maybe 60, so total.
You're basically tripling. Whatever money you put in, you're basically tripling.
And the only reason I didn't put money on North Carolina to cover the spread is the spread. Well, like North Carolina to win by 8. Right? So I just think St. Peter's is playing really good ball. I wouldn't be surprised if North Carolina wins at all. Maybe 5-6,
Yeah.
not 9.
Where I was stumped with this North Carolina St. Peter thing, because I am going to put something on the line just because it adds a little extra. We were talking about that before we came on the show. It's like betting March Madness makes it so much more exciting. You're invested into a team that you have never watched play basketball, probably, especially for that regular season, or maybe even ever. I can't tell you how many Loyola Chicago games I watched outside of the year they made their run. In the last 2 seasons, I think I've maybe watched 2 Loyola Chicago games, but I was invested in that Ohio State game. None other. Edge my seat, get within the spread, get within the point. It makes it so much more exciting. And I'm talking $5. If I lose $5, it's the end of the world when it comes to March Madness. It's like it's the principle of winning and gaining something.
Yeah, I think people at Twin Peaks thought I was probably a USC alum.
Yeah.
I was yelling at the bad calls down the stretch when USC was getting in.
Yeah.
Because I was so pissed.
Right.
And it's probably like, man, this guy must be losing USC.
If you put $10 on the game, it's like I feel like I'm losing $10,000. It's like but that's the fun of it. That's
And
the
what's so funny about that is I was at the movie theaters last night. I paid $9 for a beer. I thought in my mind, if I put $9 in a $10 bet, I probably would be $1. Here I am paying $9 for a Modelo. At the movie theater with a $10.50 popcorn. I love it. And I barely paid money. Oh, what would you see? I never heard. Well, speaking of that,
I've never even heard of that movie.
yeah, speaking of movies that we've never heard of, and movies that we have, it brings us into our nice little topics when people nuts it. When we come back, let's talk the Oscars of the day. What movies are up for debate? What movies are up and nominated for Best Picture, best animated film, best documentary, all that good stuff. We'll break out our favorites of the year, all that and more coming up. This is the Sunday Sports Grill. Hope you go to church because we love the best. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep it locked. We're going to be talking about not only the Oscars, but also more March Madness, more Deshaun Watson talk, Spurs talk. Spurs Twitter going crazy. Team Tate, what are you? Let's talk about that. Sunday Sports Grill's back.
Go, sorry. 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes.
Mother's Window Tech and Car Stereo and Auto Security headquarters has discounts piled to the ceiling. That's right, every store, Austin and San Antonio, and especially the Bandera Road store in San Antonio has discounts on everything. Car stereos, car alarms, and especially the window tint in one. Dark window tint. Also, make your car go thump, thump, thump. Mother of with no subwoofers and an amplifier. That's right, we can even hook it up to your existing factory car stereo. It's a Mother's Window Tint today. Check us out online at motherswindowtint.com or give us a like and a follow on Facebook. Tell your friends, come on in. We've got those discounts stacked to the ceiling at Mother's Window Tint. Remember, Mother's Save.
Searching for fun ways to spend your tax return? Deletion devices for cats. Don't waste it all on something silly. Spend smarter with Straight Talk. Get our Silver Unlimited plan for $45 a month with unlimited high-speed data and 5 gigs of hotspot data on the nation's largest, most dependable network with nationwide 5G. If you're looking to get the most out of your refund, search and tier. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
30 seconds.
They take things pretty seriously, which is why over the last few months they've been innovating, they've been creating, and they've created an elevated drink menu that's something for everyone. Their new experiences have already hit the bar. Get ready for dishes like the Big Whippy, the people made by the Sweet Chance Group, the Toronto Silver, the 2021 Johnson's Premium Tequilas. Cheers, twins, eat some fantastic drinks. Now it's the old City News. What's going on, San Antonio? This is the Sunday Sports Grill. We're just dying. We're laughing on there, telling crazy stories about now and teaching. But
The best conversations always happen.
okay, so here I am, chilling out here, working out. Still working out. Yeah, concrete mix over here. I'll tell you what. Whoever works for construction companies, they look at now.
It's still on the
So,
My question was,
kind of great. I knew he was doing. You like to get me and you to go and get your show. You like to.
okay. I honestly thought this was an easy, like, no confrontational question. I thought this was an easy one for everyone.
Yeah, now it's.
Okay. When offered me an emulator, I took one, I unwrapped it, and it looks like a Starburst. It's the same style. I have to unwrap them each individually. So the question in my head was, what do you guys prefer, now and later, or Starburst?
And this is a huge question. It's now and wow, are they out? They got different flavors. They are better. Their flavors are better all the way across the board.
More flavor or better
Flavor.
flavor?
People start sorting out the nasty
why you don't want to the reason why stuff like that's already the reason why they have to put circulating different flavors and making tropical versions because nowadays are very simple. People make it green, they gonna make it purple, they gonna make it red, they gonna make it green. We're gonna sorry, in the middle of the flavor, you kidding me? That's what the red Kool-Aid is. You don't need red Kool-Aid. Listen, also, you can buy an hour factory for the price of one Starburst pack. It's like nobody gets it out of it. Starburst, if you down later, listen, I can guarantee this to a poll. If you eat down later, are you over 45 or are you under 45? Because it's going to be. It's Starburst even candy. I mean, you put it in the balls like they're community. It's so quick. It doesn't even hold anything. It's a wafer. You're eating wafers. No. Oh yeah, nowadays over there with like the Mexicans that have like a picture of strawberry or pineapple or whatever. That's what it is. So I mean, I thought you were passing me a cheaper.
No, when you passed it to me, I dropped it. I didn't catch it, and it landed on the table. I thought it cracked the table. I thought the table was gonna fall apart.
It's on giving though. So you don't understand. Or later, you know. Yeah, it's in the name. It's in the name. So let's talk about movies real quick. Our boys Productions have Carlson big movie buffs.
Yes.
Quinn probably one of the bigger ones for sure. When it comes to the 94 Academy, when it comes to the 94 Academy Awards, there's a bunch of movies that I have not seen.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But
Some
did you see
never-
West Side Story? No, I don't think so. So I saw Dune. Well, I wanted to go see Licorice Pizza. I haven't seen Licorice Pizza. I wanted to see King Richard. So we have Coda, King Richard, West Side Story, The Power of the Dog, Licorice Pizza, Belfast, Drive My Car, Dune, Don't Look Up, and Night Alley. Up for Best Picture for Hudson. I don't know if they're in the add to the conversation for that specific category.
I have seen West Side Story. I wanted to see
Dune.
King Richard. I also Dune is on my list to watch before tonight. And then okay, Don't Look Up. I had to ask Quinn about this. I had to ask him because every single person that I've talked to says Don't Look Up was terrible, so I didn't watch it. It's still on Netflix, sitting on Netflix, just waiting for you to watch it. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, it's got Jennifer Lawrence, and it's got a superstar cast. And everyone's like, this movie sucks, don't watch it. So I didn't watch it. And now it's up for Best Picture.
Right, so I'll tell you that one of the things on the stage that people are like, something will happen, so then you talk about things like, oh, you don't get on stage. And I'll tell you, some things are too in real time. Like, you have to do, like if you're going through divorce, you're not going to go on stage and talk about the divorce you're going through. But after you have the divorce, you can go and look back on the reflection of things that you went through during that divorce. It's too real. It's too real, okay? This is not a spoiler for you to get control, okay? There's a meteor coming to Earth. The meteor coming to Earth, and guess what happens? It gets criticized. Now, when it gets criticized, it gets monetized. So you get people trying to profit off of the damage that you do to the Earth. You get the politics not telling people on the people what's going on. You got the conspiracy people who actually know what's going on, trying to communicate.
So it's something that could actually happen, and that is people probably saw it and was like, wow, that would actually happen.
And it's so uncomfortable. You know, the whole point of it is kind of like people, it's a political party mantra to get people to be blind to it. Like, you're just going to ignore it. If you see this fire that's 2 months away, they can see it. And instead of going, look, so they can see it's not going to happen. You know, the other people go, you see it.
Okay, so it and that's the sign of a great movie, is it not? Or a great song, or great art.
Yes.
If something makes you a little more comfortable because it's real, that probably means that it's good.
Right. And I like it, I enjoy it, and it leaves you with a it's a little good.
So I actually didn't know the story. So moving on to another Best Picture nominee, I didn't know the story of West Side Story. I never knew the ending. I didn't know the sharks and the whatever, the minnows. I didn't know anything about it. I never seen the play. And so I watched it on Disney Plus whenever it was released, and I just had known that Steven Spielberg was involved. I liked the actors that were in the movie, and then I also heard, this is nominated for so many Oscars. I am learning to become a fan. I as a child growing up, teenager, hated him, wanted to watch him. And now it's like after I watch Hamilton and things like that, it's like, okay, these are really good movies. So yeah, so I put West Side. I watched West Side Story in the first like hour and a half. I was like, what is this? Like, what am I watching? This is ridiculous. And then the last 45 minutes to an hour, you're like, oh, well, that's this. And so be prepared if you haven't seen it or you don't know what happens or the story of it. Then it catches up. West Side Story is a little fun fact for everybody. It won Best Picture back in 1961. The original movie won Best Picture, and now it's up for it again here in 2020.
I've been watching the movie now. I just watched the one years ago. I was just really don't want to see it. I haven't seen it.
Well, when it came out,
It did.
What's an hour later? What's an hour later? I'll tell you what, my boy feeling good for about a week ever.
Now listen, I saw Power and Don't Give Enough. Yeah, Kirsten Dunst is in it. Yeah,
What's Kirsten Dunst good because she plays the same person in every single
this is
one.
unlike any character you've seen
I like
before,
that.
so I'm different with that. And so this was hard to watch. It's very slow moving. Or you can imagine the period piece, kind of the cattle riders that would take their cattle across country during the pioneer period. And so when you see this, it's very slow. It's like, how do these guys make it these days? Go to the block and kind of hope that the famous saying that people were big. And then there's a story within the story. And I don't want to do a spoiler on that. So it definitely takes a turn in this movie that you didn't expect. But it's slow moving. But I can see how it can win Best Picture, and I'll probably put my money on it. Now, going back to your point, we're talking about performances. Will Smith, okay, King Louis,
Richard,
I've heard incredible things. Okay, you have to look at his body of work, right? You talk about Ali, I Am Legend. He just back to back. Ali, Aladdin. Yeah, well, I mean, it's different though when you do it. Stop. Don't get to that. I mean, it's not when you look at his range. Look at the range. Right.
I Am Legend, Pursuit of Happiness. Let's get back
Oh,
on
yes,
track.
yes,
Pursuit of
yes,
Happiness
yes.
is one of okay. To me, Will Smith is peak in Pursuit of Happiness. That's his peak performance, in my opinion.
It happens, you know. I love this. I like I Am Legend. I'm interested to see Men in Black. I heard rumors about him doing the second one possibly in this day. But can I ask you this? Yes, as a movie goer, right? Like you said, you and Tanner, we watch around the pocket. We're not watching something specific with the Best Picture. To me, from the outside looking in, it seems like a very weak Best Picture. I would agree.
Yeah.
Very there's no clear cut classic besides maybe like the case for Dune for people who are and I think Dune is going to win an Oscar probably for cinematography. It seems in the movie phenomenal. But you get immersed into a different world, but it will not know.
But there's not a Forrest Gump, there's not a Titanic, there's not a
That's what I'm saying,
Godfather,
yeah,
there's
there's
not
no-
a Departed,
No.
there's not an instant, there's not even a Lord of the Rings, if you will. There's not, you don't have that selection of
King
movies.
Richard is a great movie. I don't think it will win Best Picture. I do believe Will Smith would win Oscar for Best Actor.
It-
Awesome.
And that's that's going into the Best Actor category where you got Denzel,
I'm here about that too, so.
yeah,
Yes.
Denzel, Javier Bardem, Andrew Garfield,
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch also.
and then Benedict Cumberbatch. So that's a strong class.
Two already. Not two. Yeah, I like that. Now, the one thing I'm really interested to see, maybe Tanner Cross and all the other movie dancers is too. The best animated feature category. Very strong.
Y'all already know what I'm on.
You got Ryan on the Last Dragon. You got the Mitchell and the Machines that Matthew Rice that actually you got two top tier. You got Gonzo versus Luca.
So you think Luca's up there?
Luca is my absolute favorite movie this year for like almost it's an incredible film. It's very kid and adult friendly. There's something for everybody. Yeah, and I think the story of Luca's not musical. That's what I like. It's a pure kid story. And it's a very, very cool story about kids that may meet their half followers cutting through the pasture to figure out what they're really like. And also, you have people that have disabilities in there that are very like, unique features in there. So, I mean, it's really, really good for all sides of successful life. Dr. Odyssey is an instant classic.
That's my win.
Yeah, I think Encanto wins because of the soundtrack.
Well, it's also up for best original score. So
Yeah.
it can win best soundtrack score, but also lose.
I think Luca should be best animated feature, but it got a lot.
So you know, they're all.
You-
well,
yeah,
Flea and Mitch Machines are not on there, but Raya, Luca, and Luca are.
I haven't seen it. I've seen it. Okay, it's incredible. It's incredible. Now, if you watch, you've seen Luca, right?
I actually have not seen it.
So I would highly encourage you guys. I swear to you, it sounds dumb. I know I'm going to lose the guys, Jason Bates and Muchacho guys in the station.
Yeah.
Listen, go watch Luca. Literally, if you and your wife, I absolutely guarantee you're affected Luca. That was an amazing kid. In fact, that wasn't even considered a kid. That was a great piece of animation.
Oh, so my wife and I, we watch just about every Pixar movie. Yeah, we're huge Pixar fans, huge Disney fans. Like, we want to go to Disney World without our child. You know, so like that's just who we are. We're those weirdos. Yeah. We're uncomfortable. 100%. So, my thing with Pixar has actually their most recent movies. Whether you want to go back to Encanto or if you want to go to Onward, which is with Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, Pixar has actually moved away from having a villain, like a character villain, like a character that is like, oh, that's Maleficent. You know, it's like, well, I'll have that. So, yeah, right. And so, but the actual obstacle that is in the way is like family drama, or like a life, actual thing in life that is going to hold you back. Not Maleficent who's going to turn into a dragon and try to eat you. There's not a physical villain character. There are the obstacles that are in these most recent Pixar movies are something that you're actually going to face in life. Family drama, a grandma who is not accepting of the way you're living your life, or that maybe you don't fit in, you're the black sheep. There's no villain, but you have to. There is a soul. Perfect example. That is they're coming out with movies that are actually the obstacle in the movie is an obstacle in life. Many people take it.
Now I know just to tell you guys how much I'm a huge fan of Luca, and that's our go-to for like I was playing with toys in the background. Even the score is very Italian, lots of violins and very chill. It's in Italy, but there's no like music singing. It's just like Italian music background. We're filming our first birthday party. So very, very cool. So yeah, check out Luca when you can. That's all our talk for the Oscar nominations. Art is life. Art is life. We look forward to it. And obviously, life imitates art as well. So when we talk about that, it's not only Fiesta, our art and cultural community celebration, but also a huge part of celebration is our hometown team, the San Antonio Spurs. Guys, there's a lot going on social media about Team Tank. Go out, weigh in. Let's talk about it real quick. We have a quick segment. We're going to do 2 seconds on this. So back to back. We're going to end this hour. We're looking for probably 1 hour as well. We'll go back to back on this. So this is the Sunday Sports. We're talking all things Los Spurs. We'll leave you back.
It's a short break. I took some PSAs away. It's just 2 minutes.
Mutual Insurance Company presents Sorry, man. Looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you won't pay for what you need. Don't think we can. So Liberty $60 mortgage. Only pay for what you need.
You want the best of your car? Well, fill up with premium. Circle K. Circle K premiums are as good as double the premium detergent.
20 seconds.
And that, my friend, increases your mileage. The more you can, plus, you can premium Circle K. Save up to 20 cents per gallon. Offer valid Thursdays or Fridays. The details is at CircleK.com. Circle K.
What's going on, San Antonio? Hour number one is coming to a close, but don't be weary. We are with you for hour number two as well. From 12 to 1, we're here with you 11 to 1 p.m. every Sunday. I am Brandon Big Poppy McGee. We got Tanner Carlson and Quinn Hudson in the building. Follow us on Twitter at Big Poppy Brandon and at Tanner Carlson and at Quinn Hudson. Make sure you go follow the station at SA Sports Star. We are talking Los San Antonio Spurs. Lots of conversations on the interwebs, especially on Twitter, on Spurs Twitter, that it's a very split majority where a lot of people now, we're starting to come to the end of the season, are they jumping on TNT, or Michael Jimenez kind of jumping off and getting back on board for what's going to play if it's possible. What do you guys say?
I stand where I do from the beginning of the year. I felt like the Spurs had in this talent to make it into the playoffs. Whether we're talking about the playing tournament, or we're talking about the lowest seed in the Western Conference. I felt like the Spurs had what it took to get into the playoffs with this team. They were out of it, right? And losing Daniel Jones didn't really happen to be one of the playing categories. I can't tell you who the difference maker one of this really good. The Spurs were going to have enough to be a full opportunity with this young roster, and I think the playoff experience is invaluable. I'm all for it, and I think I want them to make it play.
My thing is that now that you are starting, the San Antonio Spurs have strung some wins together, right? Like they're only worsening their record, in terms of taking, right? They're bettering themselves and bettering their season by, breaking the hearts of everyone who kind of wanted them to take and get a higher draft pick or a higher opportunity. In the lottery, you're not guaranteed a high pick even if you do, right? Like, so I think the trade, and now you own 3 first rounders. Why not try to get it, right? Now that you have 3 first rounders, then you can trade all 3 of those to get a higher pick if that's really what you want, or what have you. You can play with those first. That gives you a lot of flexibility. Just go in and try to get into a playing game and get some experience. So, I don't see right now at this point in time what the purpose of taking is, because now even if you don't get a play-in, you're going to be looking at a lottery pick that is going to land you 12, 11, right where you've been the last 3 years.
Yeah,
Now, if you were going to tank, that needs to be decided midway through the season, and make sure you're in that top 5 projection.
I agree. Because sometimes they're going to be assignment, and they're not even trying to be right. Right. So they're already, and by the way, this has so yeah, they're going to catapult real quick this draft this next season. And so to me, I absolutely agree with you. They're focusing on that.
I think the same about Miami. I know a lot of people look this kind of land, Paolo, and they start when the place that Vucevic was the big guy with Chicago. Oh man, this is Bamba. Still got Bamba. You got Isaac. What's homeboy from North Carolina? He played So I agree. I have never been about team tape. I've never won this team tape. I think the whole point of sports is to be competitive. Not
I don't mind team tape, but you have to make that. But here's the thing. I hate. Right. And I realize people. We're going to go into the second hour. This conversation's not over, but people were like, the players are never going to go. No, the players
GM and the people making
Yeah,
the
this is
decisions.
what you take the team.
Those are people thinking. Pop is not going to lose games. The players are not going to lose games. So I hate when people are like, well, these players are playing hard. Why would they tank? Players are never. You put a less talented team out there on the floor, less to work with, so you just lose games because you're not talented.
The Spurs have about 8 games left. As it stands right now, it is neck and neck against the play-in tournament. The Clippers are clear in for the 8 as far as competing in the tournament, obviously. They have 36 and 39 record. Then you have the Lakers 31 and 42, the Pelicans 31 and 43, and the San Antonio Spurs 30 and 44. So the Spurs are kept to the Lakers or the Pelicans. I don't think it should be that hard. The Pelicans have been playing pretty well, not the true color. The Lakers are just, I don't know what's going on. That's true.
And in fact, they could also be out wide, really without Paul George and go through the arm into a game. They are playing great ball. They know they have nothing to gain by playing.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with the playing tournament, we're going to pick up this conversation, of course, in the next hour. However, just so you know, the playing tournament is for the 8th through the 10th place team. So 8th plays 7th, 9th plays 10th, the winner of the 9th and 10th, and the loser of 7 and 8 goes.
You don't count that as a playoff.
Okay, we're all in agreement on that. Sounds good. So when we come back, let's talk about it. Are you Team Tank? Are you for the play? Give us a call. You can also get the phone lines are open. 210-656-3776, 210-656-ESPN. All that and more. It's almost time for BS, so let's throw a little party into this hour. This is Sunday Sports. We'll be back right after.
How long do you want? 2 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Surgery is a direct care practice. What that means is you don't need a referral. Prices are listed on the website of rivercityoms.com and financing is available. Stop getting embarrassed when you smile. Call River City Oral Surgery today at 210-778-0002 for comfortable natural healing. It's all about surgery. It's college hoops time, and I know you want to get in on the action. I know the perfect place. BUSR. They're the new brackets and get ready to win at BUSR. Every year, BUSR is featured on ESPN, Sports Illustrated, and Bloomberg TV. Why? Because the line starts with them. Time Sports and Red Team to play for 300 casino games with no download needed. Sign up today and get exclusive 100% margin bonus by going to BUSR.com/sportstar. It's Rick from the Spectrum. Where's been on it?
Leaves and auto bookings pile up for Rick's Better Cleaning Service. He's out. He needs help before his bottom line gets clogged.
This house is
Indeed can help him hire great people fast. Indeed you do. InstaVet instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you think all community views are the same? The engine doesn't. Shell Deeper Exo Plus helps keep your engine rolling. Because it's engineered to defend its 4 main efficiencies. Don't drop So next time, choose Shell's most advanced fuel tool. It's helpful coffee. And engines that continuously use Shell Deeper Exo Plus convenience.
30 seconds.
The San Antonio Sports Star ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM. Brandon Medina, Tanner Carlson, and Quinn Hudson. The Sunday Sports Group.
You know who's back up in this, San Antonio. It's a Sunday. It's the noon hour. Hopefully you got your barbecue pit going or you just got some meat at the filet. You want to, whatever the case, maybe you're about to go meet some family. Maybe there's a cousin you don't like, but you got to suck it up. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. It's all good. Right now, we are your family, though. This is the Sunday Sports from me. Brandon Big Papa Medina, Tanner Carlson, and Raymond Defending, rocking Michael Champ. And then we have our boy Queen Hudson. Yes, Silky Smooth Queen Hudson. Man, this is the week of Fiesta kickoff. Yep. This is the week. You better start hydrating, right? You better start doing it. Go. Go to Sam's, go to House, and go get water.
You know, be that guy in the gym that carries around a gallon of water. Be that guy, but just do it in your office. Do it at your workplace.
Yeah, and your workout needs to just be straight curls for all this stuff.
Just 12-ounce curls. Yeah.
But we're talking about the San Antonio Spurs, and they go hand in hand, of course, with Fiesta. If you are Team Tank or Team Playing, tell us why. Give us a call in. Come on, don't be shy, don't be scared. It's the Lord's Day. We're going to take calls. This is the Sunday Sports Girl, and our number, as always, for ESPN SA and San Antonio Sports Star is 210-656-3776. Everyone is more than happy to take your call. Once again, 210-656-3776. We're looking forward to hearing from you guys. But Rick Nats, play-in tournament is obviously coming up. We have 2 days left in the season. Realistically, if the Spurs get to the play-in tournament, do you believe they have a legitimate chance to make the playoffs?
Yes, I absolutely do believe that because one, if you're looking at the teams that they'll be going up against, this is right in the wheelhouse of the Spurs. I feel like the Spurs struggle most with teams that have a dominant five or a front court that poses a real legitimate threat against them. And they have teams where the Spurs can switch off on wings, switch on picks, and really kind of extend their defense and kind of go up and down the floor. That plays right into the Spurs style. That's why as they did last night, although the New Orleans Pelicans
Good.
Yeah. But the reason why they were able to play in this type of style is because the New Orleans team who is fighting to make the playoffs as well. I mean, they have all the reasons too to sit back and go, hey, Zion is, we're going to lose Zion. And it probably would behoove us to go ahead and just give us another lottery pick. But they are fighting. And I think the Spurs have demonstrated right now that they can get after it and put points on the board. And Josh Richardson has been a legitimate contribution. He's great. He's no joke.
I'll be honest with you. I see San Antonio making the 10. If they're a 9, if they jump the Lakers and make the 9, and they play the Clippers, then I maybe they can make the playoffs. If they're playing Minnesota, I don't think so. I think if they're 10 playing Minnesota, that's a solid team. Yeah. That's a solid team, and they're only a game away from being 6 and being out of the play-in. Anyway, you're a game of the Spurs are a game out of being into the play-in. The Minnesota Timberwolves are a game out of being in the playoff. So I just think that 7 spot. If the Spurs are going to make a run into the playoffs, I think they're going to have to scratch their way to another seed and go with the plays. And how that is fly out for the year. And CC Paul George is
Paul George, either one of the 2 but yeah, I agree with you guys. I think the Timberwolves is a tough one, but obviously the next thing would be if Minnesota does go up. All that means is Denver if someone's coming down because even Denver is a tough matchup. So I mean, right now the Raiders in the front of the lines, 1 through 6 are only for sure. To get back into the spot, which haven't we can talk about that anytime. But the Spurs roster as a whole, I think it's the nucleus is extremely good, extremely young. We haven't seen in a long time. I don't know if we have it in the tank to make a run like this with the style, even to get into the playoff. I think we have enough given the right matchups, given some offense when injury goes longer with the Pelicans, but maybe eventually, right? You never know. That's what I'm saying. I think a full strength, there's just a lot of teams that have any guy that can go off. And I think with us, obviously, we have line, Johnson, all great in their own right, all very big influx in scoring. Right? Monty's not playing great. Kelvin's not playing great. Jockey has been great, but I just don't know if we have enough to make a spot. And even if you do, I don't know. I mean, we're going to do run through it. I'm not sure who else.
Oh, if you make the 8th seed, if you actually
Yeah, I
end
mean,
up
this
winning
is-
it,
it's-
then you're playing the Phoenix Suns. But then you can look at it. You can look at it as a coaching side of things, or even as a GM side of things.
It's opportunity.
Look at where the Phoenix Suns were 2 years ago, whenever they made their way into an 8th seed and got ran. Or whenever they were a 17, they were finally starting to come up, and then all of a sudden, 2 years after that, they're in the finals. They lose, and now they're the first team to reach a 1 seed. They put the league's best record.
Right. You also have, like, they love scoring, Michael Johnson, you got to overmatch. And that's where we are with the Spurs. I mean, some people, that's for those who are team change. And I know on the other shows during the week, you hear people going out to these the star and even this, you have a little higher draft. Like, look at this thing on Aaron Chick Hunter. Okay. And when you look at him, when I watch him, yes, I absolutely believe he would be a good pro. I don't see him as a generational
I think I see 2 guys in this year's draft that are generational change, and it's not Montero and it's not Chet Holmgren. And I like Jaden Ivey a lot. I think he is the closest thing to Ja Morant. And I think that's the way where the NBA is kind of headed, is that type of player. And I'll tell you what, I like Ochai Agbaji from Kansas. I think he's got a shooting style that his jumper is going to reflect very well in the NBA.
right. You can see that transfer. You really see that pro, how that will
I think those are the 2 guys, and I think those guys are going to be, middle top 10. You're looking at a 6, 7, 8 pick right there to get one of those 2 guys.
Right. I think Montero was watching him even last night against Arkansas. He didn't look like a man amongst boys. I mean, granted, he was young, too, but when I watched him, I didn't look at where you could see that. He was having to do work. He was doing everything he could do on both ends of the floor. And I felt like physicality wasn't there. So, to me, while people are pointing to how players the next player the Spurs get might not be that loud. So there might be another piece that fits in with, which is why I believe their draft capital is going to help them get a free agent.
Yes, I agree with the same thing. I think the draft capital is really the focus of the Spurs can be about 20 million. There's no way the Spurs can be 20%. Somebody's going to do that. But I would say, respectfully, I disagree.
I think he's a superstar caliber guy.
I think he's going to develop into a superstar.
Yeah.
Just because I think what I'm seeing now is what I saw, and again, a name that maybe 8 years ago you would say, oh my God, crazy. But now I think it's very realistic. When I see Paolo Banchero that I saw years back, is almost, right? Almost very similar to the Marcus Cousins type stuff. Where he can shoot, has handles for a big guy, can get very physical, is not a skinny dude. No, coming in. He's a very thick, like, I'm going to body
So
something.
he's got the NBA body way more so than Chet Holmgren.
And that's where I think the Marcus Cousins type, where it's a very big body, can shoot.
What about Julius Randle?
Julius Randle is even better. That's much more of a previous one. I think very Julius Randle, that's where it might be the same thing. He's going to come in, be very okay, very good, and maybe has to go up here and now look at Julius Randle as a legitimate, very good player. Yeah, exactly. He has handles, he can steal, he can block, he can rebound. Markel's legit to me. And the other person that I look at, I'm very impressed with.
Sorry. Just real quick. With the number 1, number 2 overall pick, are you looking for a Julius Randle type guy or a Marcus Cousins type guy?
I think for the given Magic, absolutely. At least more specifically.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, for the Magic for sure. The Pistons, Thunder, Phoenix are rather not needed. The Pistons want to replace, if they lost it, so it's not going to be. But I think he emerged really good from Iowa. He's legit as a power forward. And the only other one that's impressed me this tournament, and I'm sure I think every year the draft spots can jump up because he's great, is Johnny Davis from Wisconsin. That dude is an absolute walking.
What about Caleb Love?
Caleb Love is no joke either. When I see Caleb Love, there's been so many similar types to him. That have come in and been just very good 6-man, 7-man, whatever.
I actually think he could go to the team called a little more established
Yes.
where he comes in.
Right. He could be, I think he I know Toronto's not established, but if Toronto with Fleet, and you get him, Caleb Love from the bench behind.
Yeah, a lot of the Caleb Love, I think very
Even Phoenix.
He reminds me of
great.
he reminds me very good. When I look at Caleb Love, he reminds me very much of very shoot the ball, locked him up. So I mean, there's a lot of good players that we see in the All-Star. Chet Holmgren, I don't think he's going to be a pick. I don't know how.
Dude, I don't think
Awful.
I don't think he had a great regular season.
I mean, and I think it's just the size, the lengthiness. I don't know what we're expecting of it. But all I know is the bar is set too high for this kid. Bar Smith is starting to, but George Smith is going to be smart too. The only person who's really seen on national television on these guys is Paolo Banchero. He's the only guy as far as moving up. And he's had a great game against Tech, and another really solid game against Arkansas. We'll see what he can do. Who close to the national championship? Paolo Banchero.
Oh, we saw with Jaden Suggs.
Yeah,
We saw with
Suggs.
Davion Mitchell. We've seen these guys have tournament runs. It's a hurry. We've seen guys, have a tournament run where it's like, oh, we didn't know who you were before. You can even make the case for Trae Young.
True.
Oklahoma went on that run with Trae Young. And so I think you can kind of look at some of these guys, Buddy Hield, out of their stock. Their stock can rise just because of this kind of
Yes, we need to be for sure. So when we come back, let's break down a little bit of the news that we've been used. This is our first time back with you guys a few weeks ago. But let's break down the news of Deshaun Watson. I would love to have whoever's manager me because I don't know how you goes from 20 possible showcases to breaking the record for most guaranteed money by $80 million. Whatever the case, Rob Thompson is going to be here. Right. It's clearly coming out today. But we're going to talk about Deshaun Watson, Matt Ryan, all the moves going on for the constant NFL carousel we've been seeing. So let's talk about that. And also, we're only seeing some of the other that's going to be. This is the Sunday Sports World, and we will be right back.
The Kitchen Guys barbecue is firing on all cylinders with keeping speed runners who can hit the ground quickly. 86 on the ticket of a short staff. Let's pick it up. Indeed, the milk and pack great people fast. Indeed, you do. InstaVent instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes and Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 as your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply. I will show you. Hi, I'm Walter Progressive. Being a case called medical reconstruction. It's not all sports points and touchdowns. So Progressive is going to help you keep your mind off your team for a moment. Instead of thinking about how they missed the goal point score, think about the name your price goes from Progressive that makes you coverage options based on your budget. Unlike your team that missed the end zone. Well, anyway, hope this distraction about Progressive's name your price team is helpful. Sure can't be thinking about all this penalty law. It's hard. Of course, if you're jumping points, it's not going to news and other bookings pile up on your Scudder cleaning service is out. He needs help before his bottom line gets clogged. Indeed can help you get great and fast. Indeed you do. InstaVent instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes and Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 as your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Mother's Window Tint Your Car Stereo and Auto Security Headquarters has discounts piled to the ceiling. That's right, every store, Austin and San Antonio, and especially the Bandera Road store in San Antonio, has discounts on everything. Car stereos, car alarms, and especially the window tint you want. Dark window tint. Also, make your car go thump, 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 mother pump with new subwoofers and an amplifier. That's right, we can even hook it up to your existing factory car stereo. Get to Mother's Window Tint today. Check us out online at motherswindowtint.com or give us a like and a follow on Facebook. Tell your friends, come on in. We've got those discounts stacked to the ceiling at Mother's Window Tint. Remember, Mothers Save!
30 seconds.
If you are, get the Twin Peaks and grab our beer battered fish and chips, featuring beer battered haddock, house-made tartar, and malt vinegar for dipping, and French fries on the side. Plus, on Fridays for the month of March, Twin Peaks can bring you fish and chips in a 22-ounce Miller Lite or a 22-ounce Coors Light, and bundle it together for only $10. Visit one of our 3 San Antonio area locations today. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, and those city views.
Oh, yeah. Some Blink 182 for your Sunday. My boy Edwin setting the vibes right for a beautiful Sunday. Welcome to the Sunday Sports Grill. We're here every Sunday from 11 to 1. I'm your man, Brandon Big Poppy, Medina, Quinn Hudson, Tanner Carlson, and the building. Go give us a follow on Twitter. You can follow Tanner Carlson at Tanner Carlson 20 for all his freezing cold takes on Longhorn Sports. You can go follow Quinn Hudson. You can go follow myself at Big Poppy Brandon, and we are having a blast.
I seriously thought it would be way earlier than halfway through the second hour.
Listen,
I
you know what it
really
was?
like this.
You know what it was? You knew it. I didn't tell you nothing. You already knew it. If you follow Tanner or you follow myself, you knew it. I didn't tell you nothing.
When they walk in the studio, you get a attention about night.
Yeah, I said it. Good to see you, Mr. Chipper.
As always.
Yes.
But isn't that one of the great things?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter. You know, you're a sports fandom. You can throw it out there as much. If you're a Detroit Lions fan, you're talking crap to somebody at some point.
Yeah.
You know, and it just happens that way. And sometimes you win, some you lose.
Yeah, and I think on this show more than others, for sure, I think we're all very good. We're good sports news.
Yes.
Because listen, this is also a betting show, and you get used to losing. You get used to taking the losses.
And you're a Viking fan too.
See?
Right?
Okay. All right. Well, while we're talking about football, let's talk about all the news the Cowboys are making right to
It's
are.
the first time we've mentioned football.
In a while.
So,
Wow. So let's talk about the moves that have been made. So we have Deshaun Watson and $230 million guaranteed without having touched the football defense. And we're not going to see him play that football for another probably couple of months into the season. But he is now with the Browns. Obviously, I believe Jarvis Landry's moving on as well somewhere. You don't know where.
So
So
they've only got
they got Amari Cooper for dirt cheap because the Cowboys know what they're doing. And then you have Matt Ryan being traded away from the Falcons, who everybody thought he retired. They're obviously saw him go from 28 to 3 lead in the Super Bowl. Going to go back to a very legitimate Colts team.
Upgrade Lewis.
Upgrade
It is.
by Mike.
It is. Is it not?
Yes.
Did the Colts not get that?
Yes,
100%.
I do too.
And
I
then
agree.
we have Russell Wilson, which is the trade that we were going to talk about last week. And we didn't get to, but Russell Wilson is now a Denver Broncos.
He's cooking Mile High already.
Yeah.
Fire. The whole stadium caught on
Yeah,
fire.
Drew Lock is over there in Seattle. We'll see if insurance will be for. Anyways, when we talk about Russell Wilson or the trades, let's talk about what trade do you think impacted you? What is going to be the legitimate trade that impacted you?
I gotta say, when you're looking at like, the moves that are being made, I think Adams going to the Ravens
is the move. And I think people are not taking into account who Josh McDaniels has been to the Patriots franchise. Okay, you look at he has been there. I mean, he did all the things, of course, right? He was the mastermind of it all. Josh McDaniels made Matt Castle look great. Now, Jimmy G has never looked as good as he did when he was playing for Josh McDaniels. Look at what he did for other quarterbacks who played there that week one. Was it Bichette? I can't even say his name. They've had other quarterbacks that have come through the Patriots way. Now you look at Carr playing with his college, buddy, and Adams is going to upgrade. They already have a talented Renfro playing there. They've got a tight end, a legitimate running game, and now you've got a offensive guru who knows how to maximize the most potential out of their personnel. Really, I think the Raiders are getting lost. Understanding we said that all the moves that we made in the NFC, I think the Raiders were already there. They were a playoff team. And look at what they added to already made playoffs.
And they were a game-winning field goal kick away from beating the eventual Super Bowl runner-up.
Exactly. So to me, that's the move. They just look at what they've done with their receiving. Their receiving core by just adding Adams immediately makes them a formidable, legitimate contender in the games.
I'm going to go with a bit of a dark horse here, but I think that Will Mack trade to the Chargers is going to pay off for them, because now you've got Bosa on one side, you've got Mack on the other. Hopefully, and he's such a good talent, it's hard to see him injured every year. With Derwin James, hopefully he can come back. But they also got Jason Jackson from the Patriots, so they have revamped and they have upgraded their defense, which I think a lot of people will say, with Justin Herbert on the other side of the ball, it was the thing that kept him out of the playoffs. And so I think you get a Khalil Mack to build that kind of Von Miller side of things for the Rams this last season. That kind of missing piece on the defense from the edge. A veteran guy who's been in the league, who's been doing it. I think that trade, getting a guy of the caliber of Khalil Mack paired with Bosa, Casey Jackson, Derwin James, complete that side of the ball for the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert now, the sky's the limit.
Yeah. That's going to be a legitimate team. And I think for me, for my pick, it's a tough one. It's between two for sure, but I think I just really like what the Colts are really having. Matt Ryan with the Colts is a particular Carson by a lot. It's by quite a bit. And you look at if Pittman can be not injury prone, right? If you add in another very good wide receiver, whatever the case, I think that'd be great. You already have an incredible one that we haven't seen since
maybe Michael Turner, but he was never
to that extent. Yeah. I mean, it's just, and then you have a line that's going to block for you for the first half of the time. I mean, he's a legitimate quarterback. He really is. And
so out of the three, so I think this was a stat that I saw Seth tweet out, or maybe Fields, was Colts have had 7 straight seasons with a different week 1 starting quarterback, going back to Andrew Luck, and then it was Jacoby Brissett, and then I think it was Andrew Luck again after that. And then after he retired, I think, maybe Brissett was after Luck.
Yeah, Brissett was after that.
After that.
Then they had Rivers.
But then they had Rivers.
Well, I mean, the only reason I say that is because I look at things, right? You look at some of the divisions that we have, because obviously you have the NFC East, they have the Cowboys, doing much like the Cowboys, but when you look at the NFC North, Green Bay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I mean, you look at 4 years, $200 million for their rivals. You lose literally number 2 out of 10. Yes, and Devontae Adams. I have no idea what's in the mind of right now. I'm sure he's not very happy. But as far as the Colts, the reason I picked them is because the Broncos are going to be incredible, 100%. But they're in an absolute rough area facing the Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers every week. Yeah, every week. I mean, that is a tough conference to get out of it, especially that specific division. Whereas the Colts, Texans, the Jaguars, you can beat the Titans. Like, Matt Ryan is getting you over that hump because we talked about it before, and I'll say it again.
If I'm the Titans, you're seeing Amari go for a fifth-round pick. You're seeing Matt Ryan, whatever they gave up for him. You can go. Listen, Tannehill is great. He's not going to put you over the hump. This is 3 years running where you got in there, can smell it coming, and you can't get over the hump. Move on. Do what the Rams can. Go all in. Do you care about those first-round picks that much, or do you think the team is ready to win right now? Go all in. You have an incredible roster. Give them first, the second, and the third, and go grab them incredible.
Because you want a rookie quarterback with a ready team?
No. What I'm saying is,
Wait. Because I know we want to transition to this.
So,
What about Baker?
I knew that was coming. So
Is Baker upgrade?
I don't think as far as accuracy, no. But as far as playmaking ability, I would say yes. Because although we don't see it much, Baker can make those tight runs. I'm telling you now.
no. Listen, we saw Baker with Beckham. And he couldn't get it done. We saw him with and Courtney Hunt and Chuck. Moving into another place where another running game with less talent than before. I don't see it. I don't think Baker's going to play. Now, I'm not saying Baker's not. I believe Baker is a legitimate starting quarterback in the NFL.
My only thing is you could get Baker for extremely cheap.
Oh, yes.
That's why I'm saying Tannehill sure is good, but also anybody. I mean, Baker's going to be a fifth round.
He's been moved by them.
Yeah, we just signed for Cousins again for whatever time.
Well, I know, but if Kirk Cousins can go to a team that
I'm 100% off the Kirk.
Okay, so if we can trade away Kirk and then trade for Baker,
which you gotta have Baker Mayfield with Vikings.
Kirk Cousins again, same thing with Tannehill. More accuracy with Kirk Cousins.
but that time you actually have Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
When you got
Yeah, you have a little bit more. Yeah, but the thing is, you're gonna have to see that offensive line is going to give you the sack.
And I believe that Kirk Cousins actually makes more.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback.
Well, he's a king.
So where does Baker fit in this league? Where does he fit?
Honestly, looking at it,
I mean,
Is he
you have
constantly
New
gonna-
Orleans. You have New Orleans. I mean, had they not already made moves already, Miami's made moves left and right. I don't know that. I think they're happy with Tua. No, yeah. But I think they're going to
Baker?
Yeah, I disagree.
How low is Baker on your list?
Yeah, I think Baker's 100% better than Tua. Sure. Tua's not bad.
Tua is a serviceable man.
You're not gonna hear me. I mean, I'm the one who said that.
Could you see Baker in Pittsburgh? If they're gonna say, hey, you know what?
I think Pittsburgh's better.
They're not going to trade. I don't think they trade the division. They're going to get a quarterback into the division.
I'm Pittsburgh. Baker Mayfield is better.
The spot that I like Baker that should have already happened. I'm 100% on this, and I don't know why it didn't. You tell me. You guys know. I know. You know what I know. You guys already know. You guys think because I'm confused. Listen, you guys know what you know. I know what I know. All right, listen to me.
I like it.
Baker Mayfield what you already need. I don't even know why this isn't this happening. I don't know what.
They love Davis Mills.
I know.
Talk to any Texans fan, and they love him. Love it.
But is there anything Baker Mayfield's gonna give you more than
I think it's been thrown in.
What about Seattle?
Hell, yeah.
They're tanking. They're done.
So you take Drew Lock over Baker?
No, I'm taking Baker over.
Oh, you're just thinking about it.
I'm taking Baker
So
over.
you look at Drew Lock less than to talk about Lamar Jackson. Because you were like questionable about Tua.
Drew Lock is under Tua
I put
in
it
terms of
Yeah.
quarterback.
I don't
You like
care.
Drew Lock?
I like Drew Lock's personality.
That was
I like Drew Lock.
that was ridiculous.
I like Drew Lock. I like him to play.
She is a great personality.
Yeah, I'm not gonna date her. I'm not
her.
gonna date her, but she's gonna go on the dance floor now.
She'd be a really good friend.
Nah, but if it's a late night and that's all I got, and you like it is, you know what I mean? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. I can see. I'm trying to think, man. I don't know where you go. Yeah, hell no.
But just like
Detroit? Go to Detroit. Go to
You do
Detroit.
something.
We gotta do something with
Okay, let's ask that question. Yeah, but
Detroit.
Baker Mayfield in the Jared Goff?
Yes.
Yeah. But where do you put? No,
What are you okay?
how low is Baker on
Yeah,
your
you're
list?
doing this. You're doing a Brandon Bean. You're baiting us in just to then question us. Well, don't bait me in. Just tell me.
Ask the question. I'm not allowed to
That's what I
react.
do. That's what I do when you get mad. So
I can't react to the answer you give me.
Because it's a different answer when you buy.
No.
that's true. It's true. Yeah, that's you didn't want.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff, what?
We've seen him make all these throws. We've seen Matt Stafford make all these throws.
Yeah,
That's
he did.
not right. That's not right.
Stafford did the best he possibly could have. And
That's not right. Yeah. No, Baker Mayfield will be in that roster. You got Andre Swift. I mean, Josh Reynolds, I guess. Then you have so the St. Brown over there, right? Yeah.
I believe Baker Mayfield is better than James Winston.
okay, Baker to the job.
Chris Gonzalez said Baker to the Giants. I think the Giants. This is the do or die.
No, I think
Or
you've seen
Daniel
Jones
Jones.
enough. I would take Baker Mayfield over Jones.
They've already come out. The Giants have come out and said that they're on the Daniel Jones train for this year.
Hot take. I don't think it's a Baker Mayfield. Hot take. I don't know.
Both of them have been under duress behind bad offensive line.
Yeah, I think Baker Mayfield is a playmaker. He's a baller. But Daniel Jones got something. He does have games around there.
I think he just had a better receiving core around him. And kind of less good.
I think Baker is the anomaly of the entire.
So,
He
anyways,
doesn't, he,
as it
doesn't, he
stands,
doesn't fit in anywhere, but he also has a place in this league.
talking minutes, Baker Mayfield. You don't know where the hell you belong.
This
bro.
is
You are
they
like-
call him Coward.
you are an outsider.
If you took Baker Mayfield and put him in Arizona with the offense as is, instead of Kyler Murray, I think the Panthers, with the same piece. So it's what Kyler does that makes him go.
So,
No, because he's probably 12, 11, 12 right now.
Hey, you guys are conflicting. I just said you take Baker Mayfield and put him in place of Kyler Murray.
oh, we're on to the same team.
Would they be better?
No.
So Kyler Murray's the difference.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm agreeing. Yes, I'm agreeing.
No, Tyler is better than Baker. That's just what I'm saying. I'm not saying I think they can upgrade. They'd be a better team,
Oh, I can see.
even if they don't have Tyler Murray.
Understood.
My brain is jammed.
We heard how we heard how you purposed another
Yeah,
thought.
I was out of it. Because I was thinking of teams that you could put them and said,
You know what I
You know
know?
what I
They
know.
are who we thought they were.
yeah, I said, you know what you I don't know what the hell I So I'm just confused. But all I know is Baker Mayfield is very much down the line as far as quarterbacks. However, there has to be some offense. You just have to and just shut up
That's
because
here you
There's
can
no way
Because
to have
Deshaun Watson is
You
going
can't
to
have
lose, is going to find this games.
you're gonna take up so much cap time and Baker that you're still gonna lose. Maybe.
Oh,
Who knows?
Baker's on his rookie.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
on
who
the books
knows?
already.
Who knows?
Even those you gotta think.
Yeah, but you got to think in the locker room, man. You're gonna have Baker because Baker's a
Also,
good teammate.
Just before we get out of here for the next segment, I do want to say,
Carolina.
I do want to say, like
Okay.
that. Okay. Sometimes they play really well for a long time.
I'll take Baker.
Well, so would I.
I'll
I'm just
take
saying.
Baker over
So would I. I'm just saying. Show some.
I'll take Baker. So.
I will
That's
say
not
too. Just hot take, real fast, just so that we're clear. I don't think the AFC won this story at all. Came up last time about Baker. I'm not scared of Lamar Jackson. I think we're thinking Lamar is still Lamar of 2020. They haven't even seen a spot like that. Did they finish what? Last in that division last year? That's what I'm saying. They, even when he's in, they have no play.
Okay, but we know how many injuries they were just making.
Yeah, they were kidding.
Yeah.
No, they have the most injuries going into week one.
Yeah, I just think this is Cleveland and Cincinnati's game.
I would agree. Even with the help of Lamar, I wouldn't see him at all. I think he's going to
For sure. So let's move on from football. Let's talk a little bit more about March Madness. Let's finally make our picks. Who's winning this tournament? Obviously, we're now in Duke and Villanova in the Final Four. We're going to fill up the other two spots with Kansas versus Miami and those St. Peter's Peacocks versus the North Carolina Tar Heels. That's going to be a crazy one. An 8 versus 15 matchup there and a 1 versus 10. You don't want to miss it. We'll talk March Madness All that and more coming up after this. This is San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN 1250 and 103 FM. We'll be back with Sunday Sports Grid.
How do you make the most of your land? If you ask the Wrens, who run with us on the John Deere Mower, they tell you.
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
But the Hubbards, who work behind the wheel of the John Deere compact tractor, would say, if it's something you want, just go out there and try it. And there's the Mosers. The new mentor from the sale of their John Deere Gator UTV. Here we all work about right. There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a deer. 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you will learn what matters most to you. Language for life. Learn a new language of ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Thirty seconds.
What's going on, San Antonio? Happy Sunday. I hope you're having the vibes right. Hope you're getting all the kiddos having a fun time before school. And of course, you know, it's the last one before the work day, so you get to celebrate out there. Really head out. So I know we were at Pinkerton's this past couple days. That's a great place to watch the game. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. You better take a fresh check on it.
Meat in general, you go to the grocery store, you're paying double what you thought you would be paying on beef. So I mean, it's just if you want some good, hey, if you want a good barbecue, some good food now. We're paying that little brown turkey. I buy brown turkey.
Yeah. Yesterday we celebrated my fiance's 27th birthday. I bought 7 pounds. Oh, yeah, for sure. But we talk about Sunday. There's no more better Sunday besides Super Bowl Sunday. We're talking about March Madness with the Final Four on the line. Kansas, Miami, North Carolina, and the biggest that we discussed with them, the biggest Cinderella story we've ever seen. With St. Peter's on the 15, not only in the league, the highest ranking seed, the lowest ranking seed ever, but also knocking off Kentucky, absolutely crushing them. They're knocking off Purdue. Now here we are with North Carolina, who's had an incredible run. So we're knocking off UCLA, being really good teams too. So with that, let's break these two games down. Let's pick our winners. Let's pick our winners in the Final Four. Let's pick them in the program. There we go. What else?
All right. Well, first of all, I'm biased, and I wanted to pick I think I do too. I think they've got more to come to check it out from the SEC.
They were 6-0 in the first one.
Yeah, so I like the way they fared. So I have a little bit more affection for Kansas. I want to see Kansas do well. But as I said before the tournament, I wish I had stayed with my partner and my man. I believe this is a story fairy tale for Coach K. And I just believe, after watching last night, the second wave of that group of the Bills that came in and showed something. When you got a guy like AJ Griffin coming in, and he just became a force. And every team doesn't have that kind of caliber coming off the bench, and they can just get you with that comfort to work you over time. They believe now. I don't think they believed early on in the year, and I know they are in the summer special. So I believe they got motivation for waiting. I think they're waiting, hoping North Carolina wins.
Yeah.
And I believe Duke is going to win the whole thing. And this is going to be one of those newly-made seasons of Coach K being for it all.
What do you think they play? Nova, KU, Miami?
I see them playing Nova.
I think so. Yeah. Nova was pretty solid. Although today's narrative is that Villanova's defense was phenomenal.
Houston missed a lot. I was going to say Houston missed a lot.
They missed open shot. Like it wasn't strictly Nova. I'm not taking anything away from it. Get to the Final Four, hell of an accomplishment. Your kudos are well deserved. But Houston missed a lot.
Houston didn't hold it. They just kept playing something great.
That's what they did. And I can appreciate a team that's like, this is our identity. This is what we're going to do. We're going to win with this. We're going to die with this. You know, and that's what they rode with it, and then they died. True. So I was big on the Houston bandwagon. I was all aboard the Houston bandwagon, and so unfortunately that is no longer an option. But man, I want to say let's just ride with the Peacocks in the Final Four. But like you said, what's your heart telling you? What's your brain telling you? And my heart's saying Peacock. My brain is saying this is an easy pick for North Carolina. So I'm going to go North Carolina playing Duke, and then I think my wife's she's her family grew up in Florida. They're big Miami Hurricane fans, and she actually has them in this game against Kansas in her bracket that she filled out.
Wow.
That she watched 0 basketball games this year and got Kansas and Miami in the Elite Eight strictly off the fandom alone. And so I would like to root for Miami. Probably would be rooting for them, but I think it's Kansas getting the win today for the national championship. It's Coach K Duke. So it's just how these tournaments work. I think it's going to be Duke and Kansas, and I'm the typical when Duke loses, America wins guy. I'm the same way with the Patriots. I'm the same way with the Yankees. I'm the same way with a lot of different teams.
You literally are my spirit.
Yeah, like I don't like.
Cowboy fan and a Maverick fan. It's out there.
Yeah, but I just don't root for Duke. But I think unfortunately it just seems like it's written. Right? It seems like the narrative is written.
I like when you put the narratives on them. I agree with that. I think the narrative has been written. I do have Duke versus North Carolina. Like Lois, especially on some Duke. Yeah, I think the Cinderella story comes up. And if it doesn't, I'll be so happy for them. It's going to be incredible. But
I do
I think
think
we're all rooting for St. Peter's
Yeah,
until
yeah.
they made us like truly believe it's gonna
Yes.
happen.
yeah, I'm getting over Sarah from
Yeah.
California.
At some point, at some point, you gotta just let it be. So Kansas, I think they'll beat Miami. I do think they're going to see Villanova and Duke. And I'm going to say Villanova is a complete team. Tom Jackson's been there, done that. This team's no joke. Obviously, they've won a championship they made. I think I saw a stat 4, 6 Final Fours. They're a complete team. Although Coach K is the best coach in college basketball history, this team is very legitimate. This team is very every person who's talking about professional sophomore. Obviously, talking about Duke is one of the best professional sophomore in the country. But I think Villanova is very, very complete and played, to me, a tougher style of games as far as going through and having played a lot of really good teams that were up to Michigan, up to Tennessee. The Michigan team is really good. They beat them. They beat Houston, who obviously look like so I like Villanova versus Duke. I'm taking Villanova.
So, and I put this out on the Twist here, and I got some interaction on it. Should we talk about Villanova like we talk about Gonzaga every year? Gonzaga gets hyped up. Gonzaga they're the 1 seed every year. Gonzaga is this team that everyone's like, this is finally the year they're going to do it. And you know who actually does it every year? Jay Wright.
Also, Jay Wright.
Dude, would he not be like the Godfather? Like he'd be the mob boss. If this was the 1940s, he'd be on the tape, but he'd be like dominant and just like fixing everything.
He absolutely.
Yeah.
He knows the assignment. He sees, you know, the light is on. He's just sharp.
He knows.
He's smart. He is. Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah, man. He's no joke. But I think Villanova's one of the more complete teams as far as teams left in. Kansas can go to win this. Kansas can. They played a lot of really tough teams in the Big 12. Obviously, they battle tested. The same team with Duke and North Carolina. My thing is just they live and die by a body. Body's not on. I mean, the Villanova team, and the thing is, Villanova is on. It's constantly a guard play, forward play, and you just play a very, very good style of basketball. Whereas Duke and North Carolina, any one of those guys. Obviously, they're going to play Love, Pablo Montero. That's going to be the most fun game, I think, with North Carolina, because we saw them there absolutely wipe the floor with them for Coach K's last home game. So, Duke fans, if North Carolina goes to the Final Four, which we are expecting that St. Peter's might play into that, but if they go, I expect that to be absolutely rocking. I mean, Bourbon might run out. I think that's,
you know what I was saying earlier.
Kids are no joke.
Right. But you know what I was saying in the first hour about how like you don't need to have these like top programs playing against each other.
If it's just North Carolina, though,
That's a little bit different of a story. You just gotta want that.
I think what's great about the main teams from being left today and the storylines that are already being seasoned for Final Four, they all know losing scenario depending on who wins team.
Maybe Miami. I don't think anybody wants to watch Miami basketball. I just don't. Right?
who was the last one who did that? Sean Larkin? Yeah, throwback. That might be the last I did my name. Lonnie Walker? Lonnie Walker was what the youth. Yeah, I mean, they're just not many. But with that, those are our March Madness picks, so I take Villanova over you.
Yeah, Duke over Nova.
Okay.
I got Duke over KU.
Okay. I like all those matchups. I'm 100%. Anything can happen, but I think all of us want St. Peter's over Miami. Sounds good. All right, that's where we're going to book it. St. Peter's over Miami, the championship. That's what we want. Don't place any bets on it. Oh, but when we come back, let's end the show out with some fun times. Let's talk about, like I said, let's had yesterday Spence the day celebrating my fiance for her birthday. Let's end the show. What's the best gift you've ever given? Ever. It's Christmas, birthday. What's the best gift you've given? So, when we come back, let's end the show on a fun time. This is a Sunday Sports Grill on ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3.
Serene's Pharmacy can't keep up with allergy season. They need certified technicians to alleviate the headache. Indeed can help them hire great people fast. Indeed you do. InstantMatch instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match responsive job description. Visit Indeed.com/great and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Tiger. We have your husband. Regina's conversation with one other week. That's what Tiger made on. I really hope that you're enjoying it. What I really hope you enjoy.
Listen to this
I
station.
feel launching from coming to the race
On
game.
Odyssey. Odyssey is when you audio home. News,
We have your hookup
sports,
ticket.
and podcasts.
Make sure you're listening to my help and advocacy this week on all Fridays during the weekday.
ABC One.
Chance to win free tickets, and you can even have a chance to win some Crash Zone party passes. Just do nothing with me. Download, get the party, win the mosh pit. That is going to be a great time. You get those tickets you're going to love. You can tune in off the record for this episode. I will sponsor those 27 Tigers.
American Family offers a 5-year, 60-month financing program every day of the year. You don't have to wait for a sale for their 5-year financing or wait for a sale to get our guaranteed American Family fund, because we treat everyone fairly and with respect every day of the year. For almost 40 years, we have designed and created an extraordinary value for our life in San Antonio. When you buy an American Family, your money stays in San Antonio. Our whole company is located here and locally at home. Our kids and grandkids go to school here. All 40 of our co-workers live and shop in San Antonio for everything. Through the years, the American Family has supported thousands of wonderful charity events in San Antonio. We're the official jeweler of San Antonio Spurs and of the University of Texas at San Antonio. See our television program about diamonds and jewelry tonight on ABC Paycheck 12 at 12:35 or see us right now at American Family.
Before you fire up that grill, you know you need to get into Tri-County Meat Market. Hi, Jason Minix here. Tri-County Meat Market is locally owned and full service. They have everything you need: beef, chicken, pork, fajitas, poppers, and more. They have great weekly specials.
30 seconds.
Their Pick 5 for $25. Tri-County Meat Market offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. They have 2 great locations on Mount Fair Road and on Heaton. Check out their website. That's TriCountyMeat.com.
Time's never been full with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere. You download the free iHeartRadio app.
Oh, man. Sunday Sports Grill gonna give it to you. We here on the San Antonio Sports Star. This is going to be a quick segment. We're going to have some fun with this one. We got about 3 minutes, gentlemen. You guys ready to go through this? Fast and furious. Little diesel type. You know what I'm saying? All about family. Well, that's it. Best gift you ever received, best gift you ever given.
Best gift I received, 5 pounds, only red and green gummy bears.
The hell?
Yes.
Hey, he's a simple man. He's a simple man with simple taste.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's all it is.
Where'd you get that? 67?
Before Harborough was even a thing.
The summer in 69.
I'm sharing my favorite book.
We're hating on it. We're hating on it.
No, I thought so. All right.
Turning to Benjamin Button.
So what else? What's the greatest gift you've ever given?
Please get there, then I will have your time.
Y'all are gift givers. Well, that's not your what is the love language? Gift giving.
understand. I can never even go on home.
You don't have to be a teenager. That would be silly. A 5-pound bag of kids.
You don't do like-
There's nothing to learn to face shaking.
You don't do like sentimental gifts like that mean something.
I
Like,
just
mean
told
to-
you about sentimental. Okay.
Okay, all right. The best gift that I've received, my parents sent me and my brother on a vacation, like a ski trip. We were like 18. It was the first time me and my brother did anything not camera related. And so me and my brother, we went out to Colorado, did everything you do in Colorado, obviously, and then we enjoyed the week together. So that was fun. So that was the best gift I've ever received. That was for my birthday. And then when I got my wife her wedding ring on Christmas Day, that was the best gift I'd ever given to somebody was proposing to my wife.
That gift is a lot.
That was that.
That's what it is. Like taking.
It's not giving.
It's like giving.
Take. Yeah.
So the best thing I can do is I got it in all it takes to obviously. Also, one of my good friends, literally in my success in but he gave me Marlboro tickets for the raid. Yeah, I was like, what kind of, I was like, I don't know what your friends do. You're this is like the best gift I've ever given is very close to my heart. Me and my mom were I bought tickets for us. We ended up in the balcony, the Smoky Mountains, and the long big fan. We met George Gervin, and he pushed us up into the $60.
Wow.
Yeah, George Gervin was like, "This is your mom for Valentine's." I said, "Yes, your gift." He said, "I got you."
That's awesome.
I said,
That's great.
That was great. Now we can't like.
No, you got
air fryers,
air
fryers.
and pay mattress. That's what you guys. Sorry.
Sounds good. All righty, well, we're going
We're
to
stuck
say
with it.
goodbye for everybody over 65. Quinn Hudson says goodbye. Tanner Carlson, myself, this is the Sunday Sports Grill. We will see you next week.
Searching for fun ways to spend your tax return? Look at that. Ooh.